Hi Gemini, this is your September 2025 reading. I am Mystica Venice. Welcome to my channel. Um, let's see. I did meditate on your energy before doing this reading, and there are a couple things that I'd like to discuss that came up for you for September 2025. The first thing that I got was inner child affirmations, and I was basically listening to a meditation music, and I was like, oh, I really like this song. When I went to look, it was called Inner Child Affirmations. And I feel like this could be something for you to like get in touch with your inner child or find out, what really makes you happy, and where you need to give yourself grace, and maybe to take a deeper look. Then I got Show Me the Money, Honey, as well as Ka-ching, and I saw $3 signs. I was getting momentum, the feeling of momentum, and a new approach in career and business. I saw a labyrinth, like one of those labyrinth mazes that you do with the little marble game. And what this is telling me that there may be some twists and turns in you finding what makes you happy in this new career approach. And I also saw a twisty, windy road with a car going down in the dark, but they had their lights shining. So I feel like, you are searching, trying to illuminate this maze, and you might find what you're looking for in unexpected places. I did get like Wheel of Fortune energy. I feel like luck is on your side in this, but Wheel of Fortune always represents luck. I also got Out with the Old and In with the New, but I wrote down In with the Old and Out with the New, which I thought was interesting because I feel like this means you might be revisiting a past idea or skill set, or approaching something that you're doing in a new way. I got that with this eclipse energy, that the way you were doing something is not sustainable at this time. It may be due to unforeseen factors, and it doesn't mean you need to change completely. I'm not feeling you need to change completely, but you might. Also, that could be exciting. But if you're going to continue doing something you're doing now, you're going to be approaching it in a new, fresh way. I got Gift of Gab, which I feel like means that you will be collaborating with people and networking your ideas to like find your way through this wavy maze to your new path. So you're like taking a new direction. You're looking for spiritual fulfillment, and taking a leap of faith. You're looking for more security and stability, and you are taking active steps to take more of it. But you may have to like trust your gut, and take a leap of faith in order to like really feel fulfilled. I also was getting, are you bored of yourself? Have you outgrown who you used to be? I got the idea that you were like shedding old past versions of yourself, peeling off the layers that you accumulated that you don't need anymore, to become like a more potent version of yourself. You really are craving stimulation and fresh air. You feel a little bit claustrophobic in your own life. And I got, what steps do you need to take to add more joy into your life? So I want to take a look at how these themes are reflected in the cards today. And I'm using a deck called Ethereal Visions by Matt Hughes. They're really beautiful. It's like an Art Nouveau style. But it also is kind of giving like Middle Ages. Yeah. So I actually shuffled the deck I I laid out all the cards, and I was having some technical difficulties. So this is the third time I've tried to do this, but the spread is so good that I want to continue with this spread. because I immediately, like, a lot of stuff jumps out here. So in your love position, I have like the past, present, future. Everything was upside down, and I don't take that to mean like it's a reversed energy, but what I do take it to mean that it's like a less potent energy. It's not as intense, you know. But so in your past position, you have the Knight of Cups. And I'm feeling that this is somebody that has had a lot of passionate relationships, that has taken a lot of chances to like fight for what they believe in love, and like even fight for, you know, other people fight for your love. Be protective of your lover, you know, your person. But also the Nine of Cups isn't known for like emotional stability, and they tend to not think things through because they have such like an active energy. They might think things through like just after the action. And so like they can be a little bit fickle. Now, in your present position, you have King of Cups. And the King of Cups is like a really stable emotional energy. And the King of Cups knows what they're looking for. And they know how to maintain relationships and to give and take in relationships. The King of Cups is really like somebody who is ready for their queen. Somebody is ready to be partnered. Somebody who's looking for long-term, looking towards long-term goals. So whether you are not in a relationship or in a relationship, you know, like if you're in a relationship, you could be taking a relationship a step further this month and making some real commitment. And if you're not in a relationship currently, this means you might be like taking steps to improve yourself, to make like a fertile ground for a new relationship. In your future position, I have the Four of Swords upside down, and the Four of Swords talks about somebody. This kind of bounces off what we were just saying of the King of Cups. This is somebody that is taking the time to go inward and like meditate, to rest after heartache, and to really figure out like what their hopes and dreams are, what their priorities are, where they want to go next, and how they'll do it different next time, all these things. So let's take, why don't we do some clarifying cards on that? I mean, it seems pretty self-explanatory, but I'd like to take some cards anyway and get a little bit more insight on this. So I'm going to use the Vintage Tarot. These were a gift from a friend recently, and they are poppy. So let's do that. What's the bottom of the deck? Oh. Bottom of the deck, overall energy. It's the Devil, and that stands for basically like feeling like chained to something, outgrowing like an energy that you feel obligated to, maybe a past version of yourself. It can also represent addictions, and just like you know, in this card, the people that are chained, like the chain is loose on them, they can just take it off, but they don't. They're like self-imposed restrictions, and this can come across in many ways, in the way that you restrict yourself. You know, it could be anything from like negative self-talk, it could be just too much of anything, like a too muchness and a not enoughness all at the same time. So we'll explore that. So let's get back into this. So Knight of Cups energy. Let me shuffle this a little bit. What can you tell me, Spirit? Clear messages for Gemini, September 2025. What can you tell me about the Knight of Cups reversed here in the Past 11 position for Gemini reversed? Obviously it's coming out of a Playboy period is, the first thing that pops into mind. A lot of growth. You've grown a lot, matured, okay. Let's see here. What have we got on the Knight of Cups here? Yeah, you're done with that. You're moving on, and you are finding balance. You've got, the Ten of Swords. It's like the the Eight of Wands, and Temperance. So you're moving on from that. It's an old energy. That's a past version of yourself, like we were talking about. And you're going into your King of Cups era, your best era yet in the love department. This is kind of like, the best one can achieve, have balance, respect, love, gratitude, spirituality, strength of emotion. You've got the Ace of Wands. You're taking some sort of action, or you're starting you're taking action. You're starting a new action. You're making moves towards passion, fire. You want the castle, the happy home. Taking direction, practical action, fast paced, fast moving action. Again, you got this is what you had here. It's the same Four Swords. You need to go inward, reflect on what you need in order, this is the action you're taking. So yeah, it's again, like I said, you're fertilizing the soil to see what it is that you really want to be able to establish the kind of relationship that's going to be healthy for you in the future, that has a lot of long-term stability and growth associated with it, a lot of love. And Queen of Swords, ooh, nostalgia. So it looks to me like you have someone coming into your life with the, is smart, quick-witted, direct, honest. They have a lot of air energy. This could be an air sign. She's pretty stern, but she's pretty direct, and I think that at this point, maybe direct is what you need. And also, she's like a good communicator. This person or him, this is not gender, it's genderless, but this person is a good communicator, and they're queen. They're gonna match your king. You guys are of the same level of maturity, and both established in your lives, mature. So this, and then the other card that I got was the nostalgia card, the Six of Cups, Six of Emotions. So this person brings with them some happy memories, or you're going to make happy memories. But I feel in this card that it could be somebody from your past. This talks about a youthful energy. It could be somebody that maybe you knew when you were younger, or reminds you of somebody when you were younger, reminds you of a parent, a grandmother. This is somebody that feels familiar. Somebody that feels familiar. Yeah, I got a little goosebump there. So this is somebody that feels familiar. And then in your future love position, you still have the Four of Swords here. This going inward card, right? To rest, retreat, to rebuild. Oh, you got the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my god. Oh my god. Say no more. Like, I feel like should end that there. The Wheel of Fortune is a luck card. You have luck on your side in love, and you know where she goes, nobody knows. Trust your gut. Take one more. Take one more. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh, that's really exciting. It's really exciting. Wheel of Fortune. You know, this means like you have the potential to meet anybody right now. Your spirit guides are looking down on you and helping you find somebody that makes you feel more emotionally filled. That won't, this was in the reverse, that won't be so much of a struggle. You're leaving behind struggle in your love category. You're leaving that behind. You are taking that struggle and you are transmuting it, and you're going to hop on that Wheel of Fortune and see where it goes. You know, it could also be that you are, it could also be in the present moment. You may want to be meeting somebody like the Queen of Swords, or reminiscing. You may be reminiscing about a past love and then having an argument with your spouse and then leaving. That's also a possibility. You know, like, there's something for everybody here. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. If it doesn't fit your storyline, it's not for you. But that message is for somebody. And then the Wheel of Fortune. So, then here we've got in your career. Oh, this is good. So you've got the Ace of Swords upside down. This to me looks like you're returning to an idea. Didn't we say that? Revisiting a past idea or skill set. And I kind of get the feeling, because it was upside down, like you put down an idea in the past. This is just intuitively. You put down an idea in the past. This is in your past position. You're putting an idea down. In your present position, you're walking away. Making a wish. The moon is clarifying the confusion. You're leaving behind all of these, even though you have like these 8 of Cups and they're all in order and full. You're feeling emotionally unfulfilled, and you're looking for spiritual guidance on which direction to take. There's a windy road. Oh my gosh. You cannot make this stuff up. There's a windy road at nighttime that you're trying to find what lights you up. That is definitely what that means. And then you've got 2 of Cups. And in this card, you've got strength. There's a lot of balance here. You know, there's a sword, there's the cups, there's the serpents. You know, this all represents the serpents with the wings, and this represents spirituality. But the 2 of Cups also represents partnership. And I also feel with this particular card that it's talking about optimism and pessimism, and looking at, is your glass half full? Is your glass half empty? Finding new perspective in how you see your glass. But I also see this as like having the courage to partner up and collaborate and try something new, try something that lights you up. Perhaps like you've been going it alone on this old idea, and you've realized you can't go it alone anymore, and you need to partner up in order to find this fulfillment. So let's take a look. I'll clarify these again with this vintage tarot deck that's so poppy. I love it. Okay, tell me about Ace of Swords upside down in the past position for Gemini 2025 in career. Ooh. The Moon. It's very similar to the Eight of the Cups in this card. The Moon is like shedding light. Shedding light on the subject. Maybe there was like something you found out, an illusion that was shattered. Maybe you found out that the way you're doing something needed to be done differently, or maybe you were overly optimistic, and found that like you need to find a new way to do it. It was a little bit more complicated than you were expecting. That's the message for someone. Let me see what else here. Ace of Swords in the past position for Gemini. Ace of Swords in the past position for Gemini. Got Judgment. You're worried about being perceived. There may have been some sort of legal complication, but it doesn't have to be. It could be there was like a lot of red tape or paperwork, or but it also could be that either you were judging yourself, or you were judged unfairly. And then with the Eight of Cups, in your present position for career, long road and the Moon. This guy kind of looks like the Hermit. He has Hermit vibes. King of Wands. You are going to take practical action. Quick moving practical action towards finding your way out of the tunnel into the light. This man is pretty stern. He's pretty serious. He's like, I am here to get the job done. We're going to cut through this red tape. See what's going on with that. Oh. He's celebrating. So I feel that like in going down this path and leaving these 8 cups behind, there's like a weight lifted off of your shoulders, and it's cause for celebration. There's a lot of joy, even though there's some uncertainty. Maybe a lot of joy. You're celebrating, moving on. You were so ready for this. You've got the Fool and the Magician. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. So the Fool, you are starting a new journey. And like we're talking about, you have to have a lot of faith to change paths and to start this maze, to go in this labyrinth. You know, it's like risky. You're like taking the chance with the Wheel of Fortune. But you got the Magician card, and the Magician card talks about that you have everything you need. You have all 4 elements. As above, so below. You've got infinity over your head. You have everything you need to be able to transmute this and take this journey with this new collaboration, and it's going to pay off for you with the Magician. That says this is successful, so you have every reason to celebrate the 1111 card, transformation. Okay, so moving on, we're getting down here. Oh, this is just lining up so good. I knew I had to stick with this one. So in your lifeline here, this has to do with friends, family, like health, wealth, stability, all these things. You got the Fool in your past position, but I feel like this is recent past because you also have it in your future position in the line above in your career. So maybe what it is that you've been going on a spiritual journey. and you're having an ego death right now. You're going on a spiritual journey. You are slaying the devil that came up in the beginning of the reading. You're slaying your addictions. You're taking active steps to building your new, healthy, spiritual, grounded life. And you're transforming with the death card, because every ending is a new beginning. Every death is a birthing of something new. Think metamorphosis. This should be the butterfly card. And you also, in your future position, got Wheel of Fortune. So it's like, now that you have finally shed these old layers of yourself, the Wheel of Fortune is coming in, and your guides are going to help you with this. The Wheel of Fortune in this card has got kind of like a death row guy too. And it's the start of this new journey. This is your second Wheel of Fortune card. There's really not much to say about this. I do not feel like I need to pull any cards on those, but I mean, we could clarify it, see a little bit more about these. So you've got the Fool in your life position here, in your life past position. There were some talks behind the scenes. You were dealing with a lot of bureaucracy and red tape, which we already have here. You've been trying to collaborate with people through the traditional, old-fashioned ways. Which I feel like you just like had a realization about that, and that's why you took the leap to the Fool's journey. But this is like your spirituality. You're learning new ways of spirituality, and these like old, outmoded ways of being are like have caused you to become the Fool and start this new spiritual journey. Your friends see it, they notice it, they're talking about it. That can be good. Maybe they're proud of you. Let's see here. You got the Chariot. Yeah, you're on the move. On the move. You're taking this risk. And you're ready. You're prepared. So you've got the... Ooh! This is who you're becoming on the Death card. You're becoming the Nine of Pentacles. She's so close to being the Empress. She has worked very hard for a long time to build her home, her place of sustenance and spiritual renewal and friends and family. She has everything. When people come to her home, she is ready to entertain. She has everything. She needs something, she knows who to call. You know, she knows where to get it cheaper. She knows she's got it going on. And this is who you're becoming at this present moment. And then in your future position, you have Wheel of Fortune. You know, who knows all the good things that could come your way when you step into this new role. You are you're not going to have to shoulder the burden alone anymore. You're not going to feel left out in the cold. You're going to put these down. You're done. You're done. You know, you're almost home. You're going to put them down. You did the work. You're not left out in the cold. And with these cards, you got the, again, the partnership card. You know, card of strength and spirituality with the serpents. It's like maybe you're like finding also like a new group of friends, because this is in your, or new people to commune, to talk to about spirituality with. That's what I'm feeling for this. Like new avenues of like feeling fulfillment, like doing things, finding people to do things that fulfill you. And then again, you got the death card in the future energy. This was in the reverse, so that shows to me that you had it in the upright in the present situation, and it's in the reverse in the future position. So that shows to me that you're coming through this quickly. You're not going to linger. You're like motivated, like, you had all that king energy up there. So I am going to pull for you. Let me see, which oracle are we going to do? We're going to do the Starseed oracle. I love this deck. It's all about pathways and portals. Oh, Rebecca Campbell. Starseed oracle. She makes the most gorgeous decks. Alright, let's see. This will be like an overview, kind of like maybe like what you need to focus on to like achieve this. I don't see like any struggle in this happening. It's all like relatively smooth. So much luck, celebration. It's like maybe you've been sitting with this for a while and now you're just like ready. So good for you, Gemini. Like that's a lot of growth, a lot of work that you've done. Okay. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So yeah, you are revealing the inner part of you, the inner child. Like you're finally ready to like release the mask, and be yourself, fly your freak flag, not worry about how other people's view you, because like you're like have so much life force coming out that needs to be unleashed for your creative energy. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Trust the process, let life change. Like, there's no reason to fight for things to stay the same. Embrace change. Embrace change, Gemini. See you next month.